Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Shakur Stevenson dominates Robson Conceição. And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And I have Miss Spicy Boxing in the building.
Hey.
Now look, I'm just going to be honest and unbiased about the fight that I saw. I saw Shakur Stevenson dominate this guy from pillar to post the entire fight. I saw Robson being competitive maybe the first 2 rounds. I saw competitive rounds where Robson was hitting this guy, but ultimately Shakur Stevenson makes adjustments. The problem I had with a guy like Robson is this guy was trying to box an elite boxer, which is a huge mistake. He came in with the wrong game plan, and I also didn't like the fact that Shakur Stevenson kept going for the low blows. I didn't like that as well. So those were 2 areas in the fight I didn't like. Shakur Stevenson's too good. He didn't need to do that. He was taking this guy to school. This is easy work for Shakur. I didn't like any of that.
So my main thing about this fight, nothing against Shakur. I think he's excellent. He's elite. But my gosh, his fights put me to sleep. And I'm not talking about the good type either. But no, Shakur definitely has skills. He broke down Conceição by going to his body. He tired him out. But honestly, Conceição should have been more aggressive and let his hands go from the very beginning. I am concerned about Shakur's power. It doesn't appear that he has it. So my only question is, how will he do against bigger and better fighters at 135?
And so, look, I look at it like this. Will Shakur Stevenson have success moving up in weight with the lack of power? He can have success moving up in weight with lack of power. Look at Devin Haney. The guy doesn't have elite power. He's having success. He's undisputed at 135. So you can have success, but here's the problem. As long as you don't face a guy who's elite and who's a pressure fighter, you won't have a problem. An elite pressure fighter can give a skilled boxer hell and can even beat them. So you're talking about it. That's when you would need the power, when you face an elite pressure fighter. Devin Haney has not fought an elite pressure fighter. That's why he's been coasting in all of these fights. Shakur Stevenson, his entire career, has never fought an elite pressure fighter. That's why he's been so dominant. Styles truly do make fights. Now, the one thing that I'm really looking forward to is the fact that you got Shakur Stevenson possibly facing Devin Haney at some point at 135. He said he wants the champions. He said Devin Haney's name. He wants Devin Haney as soon as possible. That's the fight I want to see. I want to see 2 young, undefeated guys who are both basically elite. 2 guys who have great styles, who would make for an excellent fight. Both of them are fast, long, rangy. Both of these guys are tacticians, can make adjustments. That's the fight I want to see. That's the fight that has to be made. And Shakur Stevenson called out his name to make that fight. I want to see that fight. What do you think about that?
I think their styles are so similar. I don't think that fight will put me to sleep. But yes, Haney's fight also puts me to sleep. They're just so boring to me. But I think it will be interesting to see who comes out victorious in that fight.
And here's the thing about me. I just got to be honest and unbiased. You know, when I look at a guy like Shakur Stevenson, I look at a guy like Devin Haney, I don't want to see anybody else. I don't want to see Shakur Stevenson wash Cambosis. I've already seen Devin Haney do it. I don't want to see it. I literally want to see the 2 young guys who are very talented get it on. I know Tank Davis is not going to find his nuts and fight anybody. I know that's not happening. And so until these guys move up to 40 to fight guys like Ryan Garcia and, Teofimo, until those fights can happen, I really want to see Haney and Shakur get it on, see what those styles look like when they meet each other in the middle of the ring. And if that fight happens, who do you got in that fight?
I would say Shakur. But the question really is, will Devin stay at 135? Or as soon as he fights Loma, if that does happen, is he going to move up?
I mean, that's a very interesting question. And all that would do is pretty much delay the fight, waste everybody's time, because the fight we really want to see is Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.